24-hour Manipur Bandh paralyzes life in the valley. Offices, educational institutes remained closed as Bandh supporters fought people's movement. Protesters take out rallies in various parts of the state during the Bandh. Escorts of Punjathan Tonsing fired at Bandh supporters near Titim ground. People forced them to apologize. And US Ambassador highlights Northeast India and its potential to contribute to the cross-border connectivity. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English News. I'm Lathima Monica with the latest news updates. Life in several parts of the valley was paralyzed due to the 24-hour Manipur Bandh called by women vendors of Khairamban Bazaar. Women vendors have called the 24-hour Manipur Bandh from 7 p.m. of Friday till 7 p.m. this evening. Educational institutions, offices, banks, markets, shops and other business establishments remained shut in Greater Imphal areas. All the roads in the capital city wore a deserted look and Khairamban Bazaar, Pauna Bazaar and Thangal Bazaar and other markets were shut down for the day. Men and women Bandh supporters were seen blocking the roads since early morning. No vehicles apart from emergency services were allowed to ply on the road. Women vendors of Khairamban Bazaar block all the roads in and around the bazaar. They block all roads leading to Khoyathong, North AOC, Western Gate of Kangla, Oripok Kangchup, Nagamapal, Sagolban, Kwakaithel, Kaisampad, Kakwa, Palace Compound and prevented all kinds of traffic movement on the roads. There were heated arguments at various places between Bandh supporters and commuters. Even the police and army personnel were not spared and forced them to return. It may be mentioned that women of Khairamban Bazaar took out a rally yesterday demanding ousting of NSC and IM from Manipur and announced a 24-hour Manipur Bandh against the twin ambushes in Tengnoupal district that left 3 police personnel dead and 8 injured. Bandh supporters damaged 4 vehicles in Ziribam. The Bandh supporters damaged a cruiser van travelling towards Imphal and 3 cruiser vans going towards Tamenglong around 9 this morning. The vehicle travelling to Imphal bearing registration number AS11AC6870 was damaged at the forest gate of Sorok Atingbi, and 3 vehicles travelling to Tamenglong bearing registration numbers AS11CC1391, AS11BC 6096 and AS11BC 6370 were damaged at Gurlathon. Meanwhile, 378 loaded vehicles were stranded in Ziribam. They include 28 LPG bullet tankers, 85 oil tankers and 265 trucks carrying other essential items. Bandh supporters blocked roads at Kaisampad Junction. Supporters burned down an effigy of General Secretary of NSA and IM, Moiva, and raised various slogans. In support of the 24-hour Manipur Bandh called by women vendors of Khairamban Bazaar, people of Langol took out a protest rally. People belonging to different communities took part in the rally, raising many slogans. Locals of Khodam Leirak, including members of clubs, took out a march demanding an end to the economic blockade and ousting of NSC and IM from Manipur. The rally began from Khodam Leirak and ended at Kaisampat Junction. People burned effigies of UNC leader Gaidon Kamai and Stephen Lamkang. People also came out in large numbers on Sega Road and Mayai Lambi and blocked the road in support of the ban. Mairapaibis of Pisum Ningom Leirak and club members demonstrated on Mayai Lambi Road in support of the ban. Residents of Thauda Bhabok Leikai, Jailer Leirak, Khodam Leirak and Laimazam Leikai blocked the Sega Road with burning tires and prevented people's movement. Locals of Bamon Leikai also blocked Thumbutong Bridge. At Bamon Leikai, Hairi Khagok Makhong, protesters burned the effigies of the UNC president. Bishnupur district was also hit by the 24-hour Manipur Band. Both private and public vehicles remained off the road. All shops downed the shutters and Bishnupur Bazaar wore a deserted look. Bishnupur district Apunbanupi Loop and Ol Kasar Road Nisa Thingba Loop jointly stopped vehicles transporting essential items to and from the valley at Tongjai Maril on Ol Kasar Road and destroyed the goods. Vice President of Bishnupur District Apunbanupi Loop, L. Pramodini, said the economic blockade has caused hardship to both the hills and the valley. She said the counter-economic blockade will be continued till the economic blockade is called off.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯖꯥꯇꯤ ꯃꯆꯦꯟ ꯐꯤꯔꯣ ꯃꯆꯦꯟ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤ ꯆꯥꯟꯅ ꯍꯤꯡꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯝꯃꯤ ꯌꯨꯑꯦꯟꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯁꯥꯡꯅ ꯕ꯭ꯂꯣꯀꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯁꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯆꯥꯕ ꯐꯪꯉꯛꯇꯕ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯕ ꯂꯩꯇ ꯂꯥꯏꯔ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯋꯥꯍꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯋꯨꯃꯦꯟ ꯀꯣꯜꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯀꯧꯖꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯕꯟ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯉꯔꯥꯡꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯡ 7ꯇꯒꯤꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯗꯥꯡꯒꯤ ꯄꯨꯡ 8 ꯐꯥꯎꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯕꯟ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯇꯧꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯌꯨꯑꯦꯟꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯕꯨ ꯀꯩꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯇꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣই ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯈꯣꯏꯁꯥꯎꯅꯔꯦ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛ
Kuki Women's Union and Women's Rights, Kha Nongpok Apunba Nupi Loop, Nupi Khunai Chaukat Lamjing Loop, Minority Women Development Society, Muslim Women Development Association Mori and various organizations in Mori also supported the 24-hour Manipur Band. However, essential services like medical were relaxed during the Band. Banks, shops and markets remained closed and vehicles remained off the road. Tension prevailed on Tidim Road near Tidim Ground after escorts of MLA Punjathan Tonsing opened fire at Bund supporters this morning. Sources from the sport said the Bund supporters were blocking the road. Escorts of the MLA came out in a Maruti Gypsy. When the Bund supporters asked them to turn back, they went back about 30 meters. After the vehicle stopped, 2 escorts got down from the vehicle and fired about 10 rounds indiscriminately. The furious protesters chased them and both of them managed to get into the house of the MLA. However, the PRO who was in the gypsy was caught by the crowd. The people warned that they will not release the PRO until the 2 personnel apologized to them. Later, a team of Singjamai police personnel arrived at the spot and produced the 2 security personnel. The duo apologized to the people with folded hands. They were later taken to Singjamai police station. A large number of passengers who arrived at the Imphal International Airport today were stranded for several hours at the airport due to the 24-hour Manipur Band. At least 250 passengers had to wait for the Band to end to go home. The passengers included small children and elderly persons. Unidentified miscreants damaged some portion of the Embassy Church located at Jingmerong this afternoon around 2:30. However, police arrived on time and prevented further damage to the church. Revenue Minister I. Hemochandra, DGP LM Khote and several top police officials arrived at the spot to take stock of the situation. Police fired smoke bombs and tear gas cells to disperse the crowd protesting against NSA and IM. 4 women were injured and admitted to the nearby hospital. Police is maintaining a strict vigil to prevent untoward incidents. Let's take a short break. We'll be back with more news updates.
Angels Coaching Center, Uripok Polem Laikai Imphal. Admission starts for Class 10 Revision and Class 1 to 10 Foundation. Our achievements: 11 position holders in 2013, 2014 and 2015, 20 position holders in 2016 including first positioner.
There is an unparalleled coaching center in Manipur. I see success in Angel Coaching Yarn Summa I see success in Summa
Admission open. Royal Academy Wangjing ki pre-nursery digi class 10 fawgi admission hauzare. Khudong chaba singdi pre-nursery gi oina admission lem na tauzagani. First rank taba singi free tuition fee. HSLC exam da Wangjing Center gi oina first tabada lupali sing taragi mana pizagani. Salient features singdi dedicated pre-nursery class, compulsory computer education, internet ki khudong chaba na chingbani. Ngasimak laktuna ming chanbiu. Akupa marol gidamak Royal Academy Wangjing da contact tobiu.
Beneath 100 meters from the Earth's surface, naturally filtered through sane instincts, pure, clean and healthy water.
Admissions open. Temple of Learning School gi admission hauzare. Loinana school lasina chahi tarama pung farak pagi harau tayama fongdok paga iroinana. Satra satri sing naming chanbada kudong chava kayam pizari. Kudong chava sing asi akak nabasit karakakini. Tu naming chanbiyu kudong chava sing si mangan biganu. Akupa marol gidamak Temple of Learning Kanchipurda contact tobiyu.
Welcome back. You're watching Primetime English News. United Committee Manipur UCM yesterday provided help to the people who fled their homes after violence broke out on Wednesday in Nungai. President of UCM Ilangbam Johnson says they take the incident very seriously and appealed to the government to take necessary steps to permanently resolve the problem. UCM, led by the president, distributed food items to the people who are taking shelter at Iram Sipai Mamang Lekai Community Hall yesterday and listened to their woes. Later, the team visited the incident site in Nungai. Johnson termed the incident as unfortunate, and he also stated that the issue was resolved after a meeting with the chief minister the last time a similar incident occurred in the same village. Johnson appealed to the people to return home and assured them of all help in resolving issues between the two neighboring villages to live in peace and harmony. Security forces are keeping a strict vigil to prevent untoward incidents in Nungai. It may be mentioned that on the night of the 14th of this month, houses were set ablaze in Nungai after violent clashes occurred between the two neighboring villages.
Masida tasengna pungning sonthaningai gi wafam karsu leite Manipur miyamna Nungai gi praja singna hani gi leifam du da leinana ba du soidena maki adum aikoi hona batabani muhanna leinana bagi hona ba do ko UCM gi maikai da gisu angamba thakta koi hona gani haujik Nungai amasung Nungai Muslim amasung mitai marikta leiriba si yam thuna miyeng changbaju sarkar gi desu hona pamtoi awa taraba yummai chakraba Nungai gi khunja sing asigi chap chaba makoi gi pifam thokpa amu hanna leitana anoba punsi ama lenwa ngamna ba mur sarkar gi maikai da gi thu matumda mur tawgadabani.
Social Youth Progressive Organization has appealed for a probe into the clashes of Nungai by the people from both the communities. Speaking to media persons at Lilong Turel Ahanbidam Bazar, Secretary of the organization Sahid Anwar said after a similar incident in July this year, civil society organizations had come to an understanding after meeting with the Chief Minister. He said both the sides suffered in the violent incident that occurred on the 13th of this month and appealed to civil society organizations not to take sides.
Mob justice talk tana thangnabadu da laiba yumani mai thakre asigum ba pausi nakanna matagi oiba pausi phongbi danaba media person punamakki mafamda appeal tawjari achumbasi langla langin puthokpada Manipur da lairiba CSO organization punamakna asigumba nungai thokriba ꯊꯧꯗꯣꯛꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯆꯨꯝꯕ ꯂꯪꯂꯥ ꯂꯪꯖꯤꯟ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯗ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯃꯦꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯠꯊꯥꯡꯗ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯐꯝꯗ ꯁꯣꯁꯤꯌꯦꯜ ꯖꯨꯠ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯤভ ꯑꯣꯔꯒꯅꯥꯏꯖꯦꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯄꯤꯜ ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯤ.
CPIML Liberation Manipur State Committee has condemned the twin ambushes in Tengnopal district. In a press release, they also shared the grief of the bereaved families. Salai Apunban Nupi Lub Singh Jamai Chingamakha has also condemned the twin ambushes in Tengnopal district and condoled the deaths of 3 police personnel. JAC formed against the brutal killing of Ningthauzam Ibemu, 40 years of Kairao Bitra Wanglekai, has called for an indefinite ban on Imphal Yairipok Road from 5 am tomorrow till the culprits are produced. Ningthauzam Ibemu was bitten to death in an alleged sexual assault case at Andro Machepat. Addressing media at Manipur Press Club, convener of JAC against the brutal killing of Ningthauzam Ibemu Maitai, Haikam Jadumani, condemned the brutal killing without any evidence that he committed the crime. Ibemu works at a stone crusher. While who was working at a shed in Andro, 6 men, including the husband of the victim in question, took him away forcefully. He was later bitten to death at a women's place. When the family members of Ibemu approached them, they demanded 5 lakh rupees and threatened to kill Ibemu. Jadumani said they will not claim the body until the authorities produce the culprits. He also appealed for cooperation of the people of Andro in arresting them.
Manipur Sarkarna amadi mari lainaba police department na mara laiba mising si kana kana no haiba matamda atuba matamda pung kumari gi manungda thidok piraga Manipur da ain ngakpa police laiko haibaje makhoi da khangan biu makhoi bu pharga atuba matamda mihatpa gi dandi pibiu mihatpa da senaba sing asi phadri phawbade ekoi JAC na asiba masaji logjaroi aduga loinana Imphal Yairipok road asi hayeng ayuki pung manga dagi matam kaktana ekoi thingjellagani Andro da leiba praja myam singna haiba wafam masida ekoi Andro da tamna singna jabanate adu Andro gi leiriba khulakpa club organization khuding mangna atuba matamda Thokpiraktuna mihatpaje thidokminabada mateng panghaningi haiba wafamje Androgi site ju JAC gi maikaidagi thamjari.
3 powerful blasts rocked Nagaram in Imphal last evening. The explosions occurred between 7:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. causing damages to houses in Nagaram and Ferry Lane, but there was no human casualty. The first blast occurred near the house of Akai Riva, son of R.V. Laisisan of Nagaram at 7:30 p.m. Akai Riva is a businessman. The second blast occurred around 7:45 near the house of Sangrehan Muiva, son of Sankatham Muiva of Fairyland, opposite ISPT. Sangrehan Muiva is a special contractor of PWD. The window glasses were damaged in the explosion. The third explosion took place at the house of Mingyao Rivanao, son of R.V. Kasim. Mingyao Rivanao lives across the house of Muiva. The bomb exploded on the water tank and damaged some portion of the wall, door and window of the house. All of them are originally from Somtal Khul in Ukhrul. They said they have not received threats or demands from any underground outfits. Akai Riva said it might be the work of some organization taking advantage of the prevailing situation in the state.
Moina jingnaba leirabsu aina asigumbasi atopagi kenodasu thokhaningde government asigumbasi khara section na yeng birabdi khara phagni moina kari gi tawbno ai khangdrabni na sengtok bir ro habdu de ai di hoi haininge
hojik ahoigi economic blockade chathariba adugi si counter economic blockade leiriba si thama henjilak pasida mi gi wakhanji myam nungaina daba myam leire tension moina leire adugi the direct tawduna thokkhibra haina khanje asi underground group na so anti social elements oigine khanje chingna ba haibse dum sine haibdi leitre do adubo ngasi gi situation yam tense oibse amaga ama community against community myam nungaina daba leibsida target tawraga thokhiba oiramani khanje.
Manipur Naga People's Front MNPF has claimed responsibility for last night's triple blast at Fairyland and Nagaram. In a press release, MNDF has said it carried out the 3 blasts at the houses of Sangrehan, the elder brother of T.H. Muiva, Mingyao, a special contractor, and Laisisan, a retired MCS officer. The U.S. Consulate General Kolkata, in association with Kutz International think tank East-West Center in Washington, D.C. and Indian Chamber of Commerce hosted the Indo-Asia Connectivity for Shared Prosperity Conference in Kolkata. Participants from India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Thailand and Japan emphasized the need for greater regional and global cooperation in building connectivity in areas of trade, investment, energy and maritime transport. US Ambassador Richard Verma stressed that connectivity will be as much about ideas and shared values as physical infrastructure. He noted the two key areas that will require greater attention, namely digital connectivity and universal values, to foster innovative solutions, and highlighted the example of Notice India and its potential to contribute to the cross-border connectivity. Panelists and participants highlighted the synergies that could provide value chains and learning across the region. The session was attended by various national and international business organizations and industry secretaries from Northeast states and regional countries. Former Rajya Sabha member Wangkai Mayum Kulabidhu passed away today at his residence at Wangkai Ayangpally. He was 90 years. Kulabidhu is a member of the Upper House from 1990 to 1996 and served in parliamentary standing committees. He was also the president of Janata Dal Manipur United and a member of the Senate of Manipur University. The 20th league match of the third Sector Trophy football tournament between STT Sector A and SWA Sector was drawn 2-2. W. Ngobo of STT Sector A scored in the 18th minute and 19th minute of the match. O. Romton and K. Ronil of SWA Sector scored in the 20th and 32nd minute of the match. In the 21st league match of the tournament, YPS Yangang Pokpi defeated 7-Up Lamlai 2-1. Angie Thongamba of YPS Yangang Pokpi netted 2 goals in the 15th and the 21st minute. S. Dhananjoy of 7-Up Lamlai scored the solitary goal in the 6th minute of the match. There will be 2 league matches tomorrow. Before we end, a quick look at the headlines once again. 24-hour Manipur Bandh paralyzes life in the valley. Officers' educational institutes remain closed as Bandh supporters hold people's movement. Protesters take out rallies in various parts of the state during the Bandh. Escorts of Punja Thanton Singh fire at Bandh supporters near Tidim ground. People forced him to apologize. And US Ambassador highlights Notice India and its potential to contribute in the cross-border connectivity.